Right, you are live and I'm up and running. Welcome along to Catching Up with An Englishman in San Diego. My name's Glenn Sultana, and this is a slight offshoot from the weekly show that we do each and every Sunday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. GMT, just at the end of my working day, which is about this time every day, allowing me to just kind of have a flick through things that have caught my eye, captured my attention, and getting me hyped and ramped up for San Diego Comic Con 2024 and other events as well. Because, of course, we've got London Film and Comic Con barreling down the pipe, not this weekend, but I believe it's next weekend. I'm going to try and get down for the Saturday. There's several people I'd like to see. I'd love to see Shelley Bond and Philip Bond as well. So fingers crossed I'll get the chance to do that. But the only way really to see these is if you catch them after the fact, or indeed like, subscribe, hit the notifications. Like I say, there's no set time for these. It's just at the back end of my day, beginning of yours if you're watching on the West Coast, midday. It's not like lunchtime for the East Coasters. But yes, it's just kind of like a little bit of an impromptu live stream every day as we get closer. Certainly throughout the midweek. Saturdays and Sundays, I may not be in front of the computer so much, and I may be heading off to do my work, DJing, but I'll do what I can. The things that have caught my attention today, then, well, I mean, something that I definitely wanted to talk about is the announcements about the live guests, and I think I wanted to cover this on the date, the full show as well, and I think I will. I'm definitely going to be covering the full batch of live guests that have been announced so far. I think it's what 10 to 6 here in the UK. So what 10 to 10 in the US. They'll start getting ready to announce wave number 8 on very shortly indeed. But for now, I mean, we could certainly have a look at a couple that we did miss on the live show because we had either technical issues or we had a special guest and just didn't get around to it. So, for example, here we've got Comic Con 24, the 7th wave of special guests. Mark Evanier, shock horror surprise, a mainstay at San Diego Comic Con. I think he hasn't missed one yet. I don't know if I think he missed last year for illness reasons. I can't seem to remember, but the man has been to every single one, with I think only literally one exception. Yeah, the man's just a legend when it comes to cons. Any panel that he gets to show up on, if you do get to go, number one, you get the advantage of his expert knowledge in that particular field, especially when it comes to animation and old school creators, but also Jack Kirby as well. But also you can get to enjoy the Marc Evanier show. Any con panel that he shows up on, he is always the most outspoken on that stage, and yeah, he has an opinion and he's not afraid to share it. Hong Kong is Japanese artist who is going to be coming over, probably going to be getting himself a very special reception for his work. Jim Lee, of course, the president, publisher, and chief CEO of DC. So he'll be announcing what they've got lined up for the following year. Of course, DC are on a bit of a high at the moment. No, certainly Jim will be permagrinning his way through several panels at the show, and no doubt doing his how-to panel at some point where he's able to kind of share some of his insights onto how his particular process works. Maggie Ram, who is a non-binary cartoonist and comics designer, work published by the New Yorker and Silver Sprocket, and known for their kids series Batcat. Yes, award-winning and highly acclaimed Maggie Ram going to be appearing, and then J. Michael Straczynski, again another mainstay at San Diego Comic Con. These are another collection of either regular appearances or very niche kind of guests, which is something that I'm going to touch on the live show on Sunday as I talk about the guests I'm feeling that it's definitely the guests that have been announced so far split into those two names that we know that it wouldn't be San Diego Comic Con if they weren't there, or some incredibly niche guests. I'm wondering if it is a case of needing to get a little bit more lifeblood into the show. But there we go. Interesting little lineup there. And we'll talk about the full lineup, especially with wave number 8, which is imminent. I'm sure they're going to be pressing the button on that very shortly indeed. And the other thing that caught my attention, like I say, I want to try and keep these within about 10 minutes or so, just short little updates each and every day. But certainly something that caught my attention first thing this morning, which there's a whole bunch of live events happening around San Diego between now and the actual show itself. I think there's a John Williams concert happening at the Raddy shelved relatively soon, but there's one that caught my attention at the Epstein Family Amphitheater. Not that Epstein, of course. We are talking about someone else entirely. We've got it's a very renowned family and supporter of the arts in San Diego. But there's two shows that are happening on the 24th and the 25th, which, if I look at my calendar, you should know that it is going to be the Wednesday and the Thursday, which means preview night and night number 1 of San Diego Comic Con, which means on preview night, on the Wednesday, if you find yourself footloose and fancy free and unsure of something to do, maybe you would like to head up to the UC San Diego Epstein Family Amphitheater for A Tale of Two Sulus, an evening with George Takei and John Cho. Wow, a captivating evening as we bring two iconic actors who have both portrayed the legendary character Sulu in the Star Trek universe. A Tale of Two Sulus features George Takei, John Cho, a dynamic conversation which delves into their shared legacy as a Starfleet esteemed helmsman. It's probably not going to last more than an hour and a half or so, and doors open at 6:30. It's 7:30, so it's probably all going to be done and dusted by 9 o'clock. But we're talking $25 to $75. It's nicely affordable, and for a Star Trek fan, and indeed a fan of these two fantastic performers, yes, I think this will be an interesting and exciting chat. I mean, heaven knows George Takei can hold his own when it comes to his stories of helming the Enterprise. John Cho, I'm sure, will have plenty to say about how he's been welcomed into the Star Trek family and the community. But that's fantastic. But it's definitely a double header because we've got ourselves that happening. Oh no, it's Tuesday. I do like Tuesday 23rd. Okay, my apologies. So Tuesday, July 23rd. If you happen to be in town early, then you can go and attend this. But there is happening on then the 24th, which is the Wednesday. Is the Thursday. Is the preview night. Wednesday preview night. Oh, good grief! You can tell I've been busy. But Wednesday, July 24th, preview night. If you find yourself footloose and fancy free, and available to make your way up to the UC San Diego Epstein Family Amphitheater. Now, reserve seating is between $30 and $120. Lawn, which is going to be the general admission, is $30. We are talking Star Trek, the film. It is the... I'm just seeing if it is the film. Yeah, it's the full film. Experience the thrilling Star Trek saga as never before. Join us for an unforgettable evening as the San Diego Symphony. A bunch of people who know how to wrap their head around some instruments, performs the exhilarating score of Star Trek 2009, perfectly synchronized with the film. If you are a fan of the Michael Giacchino score, which I am staying in San Diego with somebody who I know is a massive Michael Giacchino fan. So on preview night, once you're done and dusted with the actual floor itself, and it'll start wrapping up around 7:30 anyway. Gates open at 6:30. The actual concert starts at 7:30, and yeah, it's a live performance of the score alongside the film at the Epstein Family Amphitheater. That, I think, is another fantastic way to get your Comic-Con week all set up and running. Well worth checking out. Chuck Cook saying, wow, indeed. I mean, like I say, it's a Star Trek back-to-back, Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday, a little bit awkward if you are not coming into town prior to San Diego Comic-Con. If you're just coming in for the con, you'll probably miss it by a day or so, but that's a shame. Andrew English is saying hello from all from London. Hello, Andrew. Welcome to you, sir. So there you go. A couple of things which I thought just to share and catch, which caught my attention. Trying to keep these under 10 minutes. It's not quite working. I'm still at 10 and a half. I know how to waffle on, but yeah, two fantastic presentations. Sorry, all based around Star Trek. So for the Trekkie in your life, you may want to either attend A Tale of Two Zulus on the Tuesday and Star Trek Live 2009 on the Wednesday. Head over to, let me see if I can find the actual, there we are. I'll stick that up on the screen because I can. Yeah, head over to this particular address because you'll get all the information right there, which is amphitheater.uscsd.edu. So yeah, address is there on the screen. Check it out if that's something that could kill an evening. I'm sure that it absolutely will tickle the Star Trek fan in your world well and truly. So there we go. Right, and that's pretty much me. Just something I just wanted to kind of share and hope that caught your attention. I am back again tomorrow. I'll do another one of these and around this kind of time. Again, I'm not nailing down a time. It's just an impromptu stream as I get ourselves wrapping up of my working day, things that I've spotted online while I've been sort of like tootling around on the computer and getting myself all excited for San Diego in 29 days' time. From me, thank you very much indeed for joining us for this. Back again tomorrow with another catching up with an Englishman in San Diego. I'll see you in a bit.